super counter to that hero.
I mean, it's not going to go mid, guys.
No?
It's a Tide. Like, how does Tide lane against Huskar? It's
Uh,
been like it's like one of the hardest lane counters to the hero. However, you do have the ability to play aggressive with Chen ES, but it means that you have to if you're EG. You've got to play around the gush and heavy rotations, because if you leave S4 on an island, he's just gonna get obliterated.
Suddenly have these like weird situation where if you like pressure the Huskar, then Slardar's in a 1v1, which is always going to be good for him in this specific game. He's against like 2 melee side laners, so like. Yeah, I think what you're saying, I don't think they have enough resources necessarily to pressure this Huskar in a good way. So I feel like for a while Huskar was a lane-winning, game-losing hero, and I don't know.
I think it's the reverse now.
You think it's the reverse?
Yeah, I do. I just think Huskar's a beast.
Okay.
Like this, especially if you look at the EG lineup right now, they don't have too much burst damage, and I think that's a lot of the times the answer to Huskar. And they also have significantly low lockdown. Like a BKB Halberd Huskar is going to be a huge problem for EG. Plus, we just talked about Heart and how it increases heroes that have high base regen scaling ability. Huskar,
one of the highest.
And
is that a middle AA?
Hell yeah.
Yes, it is.
I love it.
Dude, I like they both just pull out kind of the cheesy picks, right? You have a Huskar on one side and a middle on the other.
And I love that EG's lineup like allows for this, right? Because we almost should have seen it coming, because it just complements the initial 4 heroes so well. And I actually like AA more as a core than a support nowadays, because I think once you get levels, your level 10 talent, like 90 GPM or I think 10% spell amp, either one is fantastic, and you get it by like 11 minutes.
I'm curious, is AA not just susceptible to dying a lot in this game, like to a Slardar and stuff? Like, once you get on top of this hero, doesn't it just die? I guess you have a 4-staff or something, maybe. I don't know, but
EG's lineup is definitely a bit squishy, and I think Arteezy cannot go Radiance this game, right? Like, he has to be going right-click. There's no other build. So it's like the armlet timing, I guess. It's interesting because AA, though, because you're a core, you're going to have items. Yeah. And you're going to have the force. He'll be able to buy like a medallion of Yols. Like, I think you'll be able to keep yourself alive without too much difficulty.
So the question is Huskar going to go Radiance this game, Kyle?
No.
Okay.
What do you think he's going to go?
Probably
I actually don't really know what much Huskars go. Do you still do armlets and stuff, or not really?
Usually you do armlet.
You still do? Okay.
The AA used to, like, you'd question whether or not it deters you. I think one item he 100% needs is Hurricane Pike, because you're against one right clicker and you're against AA, and like really the only way to break it is like to dodge the AA ult is to have a force out.
For yourself,
that's a BSJ item choice. He's like, what I would say is someone needs to buy a force staff for my Huskar so that he can buy items that win the game.
Well, I think it's armlet, halberd.
You don't trust your
Hurricane
teammates.
Pike. I'm saying, like, you want that third item. Like, it's not a bad item.
No, that's BKB third item. You crazy?
BKB.
What? Look at the draft. You don't have magic resist on your E anymore.
You know, maybe we'll see.
This guy's crazy.
We will indeed see Schofield on this next 15-5 in the last 20 matches. That's pretty good, I'd say. Yeah. What's the percentage on that? Do you guys know?
What is it?
15-5 in your last 20 games.
75%.
You got it.
Good wake-up call here.
Yeah, it was. I was just making sure, you know. I didn't need actually help, but we get right into this game, and it will be Infamous on the Radiant going up against the dire side of EG.
Who are we favoring here? Because I kind of like Infamous's lineup if they don't get wrecked by EG's rotations early game.
Yeah. It feels like both teams want to play reasonably quick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have a Tide, Chen, Earthspear. You just want to be getting, and on the other side, Kunkka loves fighting, right? He's got very low cooldowns for a hero like him.
Yeah.
He's going to try to get that. Not sure where he's going. Kunkka just has that middle ward. We've already got one down from dire side. And Sumail, it's been a while since we've seen this middle AA.
I think if you're an EG fan, you should always feel confident, no matter what roles they are with the AA Earth Spirit. This has been one of their highest win rate duos throughout history. Used to be the 4-5 quite often when PPD Misery was still in the squad. And just tons of natural synergy, especially when the AA is core, because Earth Spirit does the most magic damage of any 4 like that rotates like he does.
We got 2 quick wards from EG. You don't see this that often, right? Getting 2 wards down extremely quick.
I like the top ward because at the rune you're going to see 100% like who is there.
The lanes,
yeah, they don't know what's going on. You see they're clearly hiding Tide. Both teams are concealing where their cores are going to be. And like we said, Kunkka could have been side lane. And at this point, the Huskar obviously not going to go mid against the AA. That's not like a good matchup. And they're going to aggro tri-lane, and that puts Slardar in a 1v1, which I think Slardar always wins, melee 1v1s.
Well, here we go. Stun's going to go out. Schofield will whip it, though. There's going to be a roll. He will hit someone, but it looks like they wanted to get Schofield. Instead, they'll turn it around, crit, taking some damage. Don't think we'll see a kill here, but we're going to see a lot of harass. Arteezy actually continuing to chase.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this top 1v1 goes.
Oh, it looks like we are already swapping some things up, but they have the ward here, so they know Arteezy did head this way.
Yep. And this is...
and already, look at, they're rotating too. So Infamous with those wards. Sorry, they know.
I almost always favor the team with Chen when you're doing these lane rotations.
Look at, they are just going back and forth between each other here.
Yeah, he just recalled the Tide bottom, so that's like really nice for you.
You don't need the
teleports.
Chen,
right.
You just keep Chen in the off lane.
And now, you know, Schofield and Crit are both like, man, I love games like these. We're the 4 position. We're already greedy. We just get a full level by ourselves. Make sure to get the range creep there. And that means the only lane we know about is going to be this Kunkka versus AA. And, I mean, who does this actually favor?
I actually like AA in this matchup.
Okay.
Because you're just really annoying. Chris Luck, it's tough to trade against AA because you always threaten the cold feet. And especially with the threat of Earth Spirit or Chen, like, this is one of the best heroes to rotate for. Because it's just such an easy kill.
Yeah. I mean, bottom lane, it will be this Chen as well as this Tide Hunter. Grimstroke already level 2. Get her on 4, do some harass on the Chen as well as S4. And this Huskar seems like he's going to have a pretty free lane down here.
And I think if you look at the items he's got queued up, it might be the armlet, but definitely at least one bracer. I wouldn't mind just phase double bracer. I think that's probably the go-to here just because a little bit of magic resist, the max HP. And I can understand why you would refrain from going armlet against AA, but it's one of those things where you're kind of nerfing your own game just in case you get AA ulted, right? And in reality, that's going to be bad no matter what you build on Huskar.
I was going to say, you're pretty much ruined in fights if you get AA ulted anyway, so why make it even worse for yourself when you're not AA ulted? They are going to go on him bottom, though, with the Gush. He has no armor, negative armor at this point.
Yep. And that's how you've got to play this lane as the Tide. You don't want to be just sitting back, getting harassed. You go Gush. It's a crazy good level 1 spell, -4 armor, plus a ton of damage, and a 40% move slow for 4 seconds.
Was a regen rune picked up, but Chris Luck ends up chasing him down, so doesn't get much out of it. And Chris Luck, he's having a pretty good lane right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big creep wave obviously coming his way, though, on Sumail's side. Meanwhile, top, they're just fighting over these neutrals right now, and there's going to be a roll forward. It will actually end up hitting on Whisper. He will just get the stun off. There's going to be a boulder. Is this going to be the first blood on Whisper? He's trying to run away. He will just taunt on him and make it out of here.
What happened top that Whisper is behind so much to the Lifestealer? Slardar should be pretty heavily favored. I guess he's just 1v2 in this lane?
What do you mean Slardar's behind?
Slardar is level 2 to the level 3 of Lifestealer.
It's 8-3 CS versus 9-2.
But I'm saying that, like,
it's because look at how many creeps he's got coming towards him.
But he's already level 3.5 on Lifestealer.
Bottom lane, they're looking fly. Schofield's already roamed down as well. There's going to be a stun going out. This should be the first blood up on the Chen. Will it? He pops the fair fire. Sumail actually first blood's Chris Luck middle.
Yep, Earth Spirit rotate.
It was a roaming, yeah.
Yep, that's
Apologies
scary.
for that, but yeah, Sumail gets it. So, and you don't even, now that you're 5-died, you're like, usually it's bad giving up first blood, but you're like, well, I didn't actually give it up.
And the thing is, I love this AA pick. Not just because of the Huskar kind of, it literally is the perfect fit in the EG draft. And sure, if it weren't for Huskar, maybe you go Lina, but in this case, it's perfect. And once you hit 6, like, you can't lane mid anymore.
Yeah, and they're going to run down bottom. Arteezy is just going to run in. Stinger won't get the stun off right now. They are going to try to still bring him down. They're just running, and what a rotation. But Stinger will just run away. And Kyle.
Yes.
This lane, we're just rotating everything. There's a Tide Hunter and a Lifestealer down here right now. What's going on?
I think they got to read that. Well, first off, Arteezy is a level ahead. And it just gets progressively more and more difficult for Tide to play in this lane.
Yeah.
However, it will nerf Arteezy's game, but you could argue that because Huskar is the sole win condition for Infamous, you take him, you slow him down, it's better for all involved.
I don't really feel like Lifestealer slows down Huskar. We'll kind of see. Like, maybe the open wounds kill potential is good enough. That may be what they have in mind, and that's exactly what they're doing bottom.
And they get the roll on him as well with the open wounds, and Arteezy gets the last hit.
Yep, with the Chen, with the Earth Spirit, like, you have a lot of damage, and Huskar has problems dealing with this early.
My argument for it would be, you want your Chen Earth Spirit in enemy jungle. So you'd rather put Lifestealer there because it's easier to play around him and protect him. Whereas if he's safe lane, you're going to effectively leave him on an island, and if 2-3 heroes show up, well, he'll have to rotate bottom anyway.
You'd
Might
rather
as well
have the
do
tide
it
on the island.
preemptively.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
So when do you start seeing we've seen a lot of rotations out of EG, not much out of Infamous yet. You need levels on this Nyx Assassin, right, before you can really do anything, or?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the problem, right? This hero, generally speaking, this early is pretty much one of the weakest supports in the game. You do have a smoke up to the top lane just to get the wards, or sorry, the bounty runes from the Grimstroke. Is he going to ward mid? That looks like his intent with the smoke.
Yeah, I love Chen against Nyx. That's like, if I see a Nyx, I'm always comfortable taking Chen because you know you're going to be able to have effectively the same impact.
There's going to be another roll in. They're going to look for Hector. Will they be able to find him again? He's going to pop the rage, just right-click. So much damage. Schofield, you're only level 3. He does have 10 stick charges. Will they dive him under this tower? I don't think they are that scared, and they will. There's even going to be a magic resist creep already here. He's going to go for the TP out. Do they have enough damage to get him? No. Schofield, nice TP.
They've got to rotate the Huskar out of here, man. Or at the very least, like, no, you just got to rotate him out. You cannot play against this tri-lane bottom. There's too much kill potential. And mid, you can't go either. There's an AA there.
And look at this. They're actually going to roll. Crit will end up missing, but he gets a kick. Here comes the AA ulti, and that's going to be a kill, it looks like. He is frozen into plays. Right clicks a flying. And Sumail gets the kill. Double Null Talisman already picked up. And, dude, the cool 3-second. When you get level 7 on this hero, no one can go against you ever, right? Like, you just spam it out.
This game's pretty much all in the hands of Whisper, to be honest. Like, Kunga can make some rotations. Boat's still effective as an ability at this stage in the game, but, like, your Huskar is pretty much neutered for a long time because not only is he having a rough laning stage, but he's also against this mid-ancient apparition who is level 6 at 6 minutes into the game. We
got a TP coming. Kunga is level 6, so he does have some nuke. Fly will be torrented into the air. They want to get something, and it should be this Chen plus his creeps. Looks like it will be just right-click, gets the kill. A lot of damage being done to Stinger, though, with this Harpy Stormcraft. You got to be careful. He does a decent amount of damage.
I like that Chris Luck's the one rotating. He's got to get involved. We've seen him do this all tournament, but of all the games,
yeah, we are throwing the ulti out by AA as well. Here it comes. Is it going to be a 1-for-1? It sure is. Sumail gets the snipe, but Whisper does get the experience and the gold before he goes down. And now, this AA, you already feel him. He's ramping up.
Yep. And I love the itemization from Fly. He's just rushing the mech. Expect him to go for as many plus armor items as possible. Name of the game for EG is reduce physical damage. Playing against a Slardar.
And so we are just seeing 2K lead currently for Evil Genius's Stinger going to try to push out middle. He's like, I guess I'll have to do it. No one really wants to go here. So you see that burst damage.
3-second cooldown, 170 damage.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
And another reason I love Core. You actually, if you get ahead in the lane, no one can come against you anymore.
It's basically Enchantress kind of, right? Like, you're just right-clicking people for so much damage they can't sustain through it.
Pretty much.
And this feels like a problem. This Lifestealer is kind of sitting alone bottom, and there's actually going to be a smoke, though. They're going to rotate on over. The ward will scout out Schofield, but they're going to go middle instead, possibly, or wait for him to run over himself.
Yeah, dude, smells so huge. He's going to rush Midas.
I was going to say, is he going Midas?
Oh, yeah. Oh. He's having the dream game. Like, you don't need anything on AA at this point. You're so far ahead. You might as well just go for one. And
what do you probably want? Is it still the 4-staff probably after that?
I think
maybe not.
Honestly, do whatever he wants. I think of him as Alina in this game. Honestly, he could just go straight for like a ton of plus armor. He could play with the Yules.
What about a Kaya?
Yeah, exactly. He could just go for like a Lesh build.
Whoa, we are going to see a roll. Won't hit anyone. Fly over here is only level 4. Has some creeps with him. There's going to be Schofield taking a lot of damage as well. We'll stay over here. Boat will end up hitting. There is going to be a Ravage. Hits onto 2 of them. Fly is going to try to get out. Chris Luck in a little bit of trouble. Does have that boat rum right now. There's going to be a roll. Nice Centaur stop by the neutral creeps. And they save Chris Luck.
I was like, wait, by who? And then
I got you, BSJ.
Yeah, thank you.
And Schofield, guess what? He just gets run down the entire time by this chilling touch. Those chilly fingers are not fun. That's one of the worst feelings when someone just has really cold hands and they just come and like just touch your arm. You're like, ugh. That's what Sumail's doing right now.
Or hit you in the butt. You know, kind of as he's running away right there.
Oh, dude. And this tower, it is going down.
AG's only up by 1K, but I expect this to accelerate pretty fast when you have a hero like Huskar who does not want to be recovering at any stage in any game.
Yep.
And
honestly, AA, just Slardar and Huskar, you cannot play against AA. Like, he needs to die, or you just take way too much damage.
He's just running at Stinger right there. Has to pop it. But top lane, as you said, Whisper needs to have a good game, and He's got levels. He is going for the Midas. You agree with that? Does he have to have that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only really way to play Slardar nowadays. Like, you can't just rush Blink with the change to Slithering Crush. It's just not powerful enough. You basically become a Blink creep die. Like, you blink and die every time.
Dude, they really want to get Sumail. They don't even care about Fly right now. Yeah, they just almost one-shot him with the Crows of Haze plus Chris Luck. A nice stun coming out from Schofield. There is going to be another Ink Swell. He throws out his ulti, but it won't matter. Sumail's going to go down right here. Nice rotation from Whisper.
Excellent. It looked a bit weird, right? He's keeping tier 2 in vision, but he had a read on it. And I like the build. 1 point stun, max bash. You want those extra points in sprint. I see a lot of inexperienced Slardars go 1-4-4. You need the move speed to play Dota, especially if you're going to go for the later blink.
It also lets you rotate around the map because it does give you passive move speed now in the river.
Yeah.
Without it being active.
Exactly. If you're rushing blink, you can max stun. However, if you're not, you always get the sprint.
Well, Hector does have that armlet. He's just farming up in the jungle right now.
Yeah, the river move speed's actually insane.
Isn't that based on the Ags, dude?
No. It is just the Ags make. Oh wait.
It looks like it.
No,
it doesn't say Scepter.
No, the Scepter just makes it so you get armor and.
Ooh, Arteezy. He might just go down right here.
Instead of
he's going to get stunned. He's going to get crossfade. He's going to get silenced. What a gank right now.
Centaur.
And oh man, he does it again, but the silence isn't there, so he can't hop in.
How much? That bash is what, 220 damage?
225, yeah.
220, Jesus. That's why you max that skill.
Yeah. It's effectively, like, if you're hitting the guy 4 times, it's effectively 55 damage on a hero that is, like, reducing your armor by 10.
Dude, Infamous just took the lead. That was insane. It looked like EG might just run away with it. They take 2 towers, like, right off the bat.
That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. And suddenly that one rotation just opens up the map entirely. And Whisper, like, despite me saying, like, he had to take this game over, he is doing that more so than I actually expected.
Oh, hang on. Gotta be careful. You just saw Huskar TP onto the ward, and AA ult kills him. And remember, no matter what, even if you have detection, you cannot see AA ult if he's off map.
And it's funny, right? Infamous, they don't have that Wraith King, that Lifestealer we've talked about Hector playing, but they're playing exactly the same way, right? All these 4 are rotating around. Hector's just farming the jungle super quickly. He's just moving through 5 camps at once.
I mean, that's what you have to do on Huskar at this point, because you're not able to hit that threshold at this stage because of how bad your start was, that you can be, like, unkillable fighting them, especially since you're against an AA. Like, you're actually just going to walk in and die if you take any participation in team fights right now.
He's got to be so careful. If I'm Sumail, I'm just shooting right now.
Pink's pinging him. Arteezy's like, you got this, Sumail. I believe in you. Nothing coming out quite yet, though. We do see the 90 GPM. Top lane looks like something's going on. Whisper is level 10. He's going to try to run away. He does have a teleport. You know, S4 would probably let it rip if he knew exactly where he was, but he doesn't.
He's a bit behind on this tide, actually.
Yeah, he's level 7.
Compared to the 10 of Whisper. With a Midas now, so it's going to be even farther behind.
Yeah.
Arteezy also has a Midas on the Lifestealer. Let's see what he chooses to go.
Oh, bottom.
I'm going. Did it hit?
It hit, but I don't think he's dead.
He turned the armor off. That's nice. Like, he wasn't using it to farm. It's going to be close, but he should survive.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, man. He's like, all right, now I can just farm for free.
I love accidentally toggling armlet right when the AA ult hits me, because like like it hits you and then you're like in mid animation of toggling, like mid thought of toggling, and you just lose 500 health. It's pretty brutal. Okay, so he X's himself just for a little bit of, looks like D-push in the form of killing Chin Creep's top.
Damn. Schofield baited out the bait there. And they're going to try to push this tower. We've seen a lot of 4 and 5 manning from EG this game, while Huskar's been farming. Sumail's still the top net worth, but all these Chen creeps, they're just getting eaten alive.
That's so cool. I like what Chris Luck's doing here. There's no way for EG to initiate without hard committing. And how can you do that if Kunkka's just going to go back 1,500 units?
And like I said, Huskar is queuing up the BKB second item here.
I actually forget if you actually said that or not. I actually forgot. You wanted the Hurricane fight, right?
Hurricane.
Yeah. But he is going that, it looks like, third or fourth.
I don't know if I like it. I think, okay, if it's after Halbert, I'm down. But the whole Hurricane Pike before BKB is lunacy.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Dang.
He's fine.
Hector does have to be careful. There's always that looming threat of Sumail over there.
Sumail is cute. I was about to say, he queued up Greaves, and I was like, Chen's already got the mech.
That's exactly what I mean, right?
So fast. Look at this.
But like, he's TPing from hard camp to shrine. Like, literally just so he can increase his pace.
Because he knows his team, they don't really need him. And look at this. They're going to find Arteezy again. Will he be able to stun on Schofield? He's been perfect with it so far. They don't even need it. This is just a beatdown from the Slardar.
With the tip.
He can't play this area of the map with no vision, guys. Like, they got his ward on the shrine, so now he's just playing naked, and that's against, or blind rather, and Nyx just finds him.
I think naked was fun.
Yeah.
Technically, I mean, he doesn't wear clothes. It is like a life. He's a weird-looking guy.
Yeah, he is. It's a lifestyle choice. Don't judge him. It's 2019.
And guess what? We're looking at the 2 top net worth now, both on Radiance, Huskar as well as Whisper on the Slardar.
And keep in mind, this is a
This is a very big
This isn't
game.
some like throwaway match, okay?
They
EG
both
and
need it.
Infamous have the same win percentage right now.
They're at 4-5 right now, which is if you're top 4, guess what?
Yeah.
You're in the upper. If you're not,
But
well,
EG has one more point, and they've played one more series.
Yeah.
Like, this is Infamous's opportunity to, if they were to 2-0 here, they
They're-
would move ahead. They'd
they're
be in
looking
upper
prime.
bracket.
They're looking prime to be in
Yeah.
that upper for sure.
In fact, I would say this is a must-win game for EG under the circumstances. They need at least one out of the series.
Yeah.
Well, it is for both teams, but, you know.
So it's a must-win for
But
both
EG's
teams.
the one
Yes.
that's expected to
Exactly.
win, right? That's like at least based on previous tournament results.
Especially if you guys haven't been watching Infamous, trust me, they have been looking good. We got to cast them yesterday,
Yeah.
2-0 in Fnatic,
Took a
pretty
game off
convincingly.
LGD.
Yep.
Took a game off VG.
Yep. They are very, very good.
And he is going for the Radiance on Lifestealer this game.
Oh, there's going to be initiation going. There will be a stomp. Will they be able to get Schofield? They've got the detection, and they bring him down. Sentry wards.
Do we really like that, guys? He didn't go Midas on RTZ, did he?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
He did? Okay. I mean, in theory,
I don't
however,
hate it, but
you have the AA plus amp on your magic damage, but I don't know if I buy that.
I feel like
they're trying for this tower. Oh, that's a fake.
Chen creeps just going down again.
It's a lot of golden experience.
Oh, yeah.
You're just giving away bottom lane.
Whisper is
They're
invis.
stuck. He's going to go for this solo kill. Can he get it? Is there an ultimate from
God.
Arteezy? There is not.
Oh my
He just
God.
right-clicking. He's got that move speed as well. The open wounds, it is going to wear off shortly. Schofield running down here as
Got
well.
a TP, EG.
He's
He's
dead,
trying.
I think.
One more hits a bash. There will be, but there's going to be crit. He has TP'd in. He's going to throw out his ulti. Schofield is here now. Throws a stun out. Will hit crit. Arteezy is going to run back in. There's a TP, but it's a long one from Sumail. They're trying to chase on. Arteezy now attacking Schofield. Fly actually dies up top. And they will be able to get Schofield, possibly. He's going to use another boulder. There's going to be the Carapace, but crit picks up the kill. And that was a one-for-one trade, actually, because Fly ends up going down top and losing all his creeps, honestly. So probably good for Infamous.
It's a lot of time Arteezy's not farming, too.
Yeah, but it's big for EG as well, though, because they're also ensuring that there's no other move being made in the middle area of the map by Infamous, and they need time.
Oh my goodness, the Ravage from afar. He throws up the Anchor Smash. Oh my goodness, he pops a BKB and dies instantly. They don't even get the tower yet. Chris Luck, he's getting over the TV, and it looks like he will make it. No one else is here, and look at their ping. That was a Ravage from, that was actually sick.
That's why you need a 4-staff, Kyle.
Yeah. Would you have got out of that, you think?
What? He can't even take himself seriously.
BSJ, he's grinning over here.
If a teammate had a 4-staff,
Yeah,
though.
exactly. But the Shadow Blade done on Sumail, by the way.
That's-
Just first item, Shadow Blade.
You got, okay, explain to me why.
Well,
Invis is good, Grant.
You proc, you can E out of Invis, and it does a ton of damage. And eventually, I guess you get Silver Edge for the Huskar.
You don't have any like elusive heroes on your team,
That's
so
true.
it is making them have to deal with that Shadow Blade invis and like the threat of like a +1. Like now all of a sudden Earth Spirit's a huge threat on the map because you have the Shadow Blade on AA anytime he's off map.
And you've got to assume that you're going to be targeted in every fight by Infamous, and it's difficult to itemize to stay alive once they catch you, so you just want to ensure
you literally can't get caught.
It's just a difference in philosophy. Like OG, honestly, myself as well, I prioritize like, okay, let's build like raw stats and survivability items. Sumail has always been more flashy, the pioneer of like, you know, the Yules and the SF. Like he loves to just effectively outplay his opponents, abuse mobility and positioning versus just raw survivability. So it's just a difference of opinion.
You guys know that Whisper just picked up a full BKB, by the way, in a stash. So we've got 2
Number 1
BKBs
net
already
worth
on
in the
Radiant.
game.
Yeah, he is owning. Just uses Midas as well.
And check out his talents, Grant, because they are incredibly strong. Specifically, the
You like the health regen over the damage?
That's a misclick. That's a misclick.
What?
The 8 health regen?
Over 25 damage. It feels,
definitely.
especially versus AA, it feels.
That has to be a misclick.
Like, because I always think about talents in comparison to gold, right? 25 damage is like 1,500, whereas the 8 health regen is like 800. It's not.
It hurts a little.
You're able to farm a lot
I guess
more
you do
effectively,
sustain on the map with it, but like I feel like I've never seen a Slardar ever take that.
Yeah, and love this creep by Fly. Folk prioritizing this Ice Ogre, or Ogre Frost Mage.
At bottom, they're looking for Arteezy again. Schofield is here. Has to stun out of Invis, so won't have the extra damage. Let's see. Is anyone going to be able to help him out? He's going for the stun. There's the silence. He gets the rage up because he saw the silence flying in. They're going to try to turn it around, though. But S4 did TP behind the shrine, not in front of it, so they should be able to just run out of here.
Does have Ravage.
Oh, there's going to be a roll. They find Whisper. This would be a huge kill. He does have that BKB. Oh, my goodness. He just turns on crit, doing so much. He's BKB'd up. They're going to soulbind two of them together. Arteezy is getting eaten alive right now. He's trying to hop inside. Can he? He finally makes it in the crit. Now they're going to turn on the Whisper. Whisper, he just loses BKB, and guess what? They'll Ravage every time for that one.
Sick. EG, you know.
Oh, whoa. Oh.
They still have AA Blast for this Huskar.
They do. I don't know if you want to fight this as Infamous.
Without your Slardar, this guy is, he's a big boy.
And a lot of that, the no boots mech on Fly, I believe Crit has Medallion?
No, Tide has it.
Tide has it, okay, because they were, and the Vlads. So you've got so much plus armor. Yes, Slardar is doing a ton of damage, but every little bit of armor is so effective. They had Bassi. Do they have casual Bassi on anyone on EG?
I'll let BSJ take a look.
Yeah, I'm looking. Nope, no Bassi on EG yet.
I know, middle lane, they're going to go in for Chris Luck. He will get rolled on. They obviously don't have. There's going to be another BKB. That's the third BKB already from Infamous, by the way. Super early. They will be able to find Fly.
Now straight into Roche.
Oh, they've got everything. Obviously, these creeps are going to be a little bit of a hindrance, but you're still a little scared to go into Roche, right, against AA.
You just can't be low on Huskar. He does have the Lifesteal talent, which is 20%.
Oh, gets stunned. I love it. He's just throwing Hadoukens at him. There's the Radiance now on the Lifestealer, 21 minutes in.
I don't think you can do this as Infamous.
If you're Infamous, you want a team fight, not a fight in the pit.
And here we go. There's no BKB, by the way, up on the Kunkka at least. He will get 4-stepped away.
Oh, the 4-step.
Yeah, EG's got to be careful. Triple BKB timing for Infamous. The longer this game goes, the better for EG at this point. But this is the huge timing for Infamous because you just ignore everything EG throws at you under the cover of those BKBs in your cores, and you overextend, and suddenly everybody dies, and Infamous take Aegis, and suddenly they might look to run away with the game.
It's a pretty crazy game, though. It feels like we're just like pretty much 4 versus 4, 5 versus 5, with a Huskar just farming out.
Look at the net worth parity.
I was gonna the Kunkka is also really farmed.
They all are. Look, they're all at 10,000. Yeah. S4 really the only lower farmed core, but it's a tide usually unless you have a good lane.
I feel like Infamous is in these games where like they shouldn't have net worth on these heroes. Like the Kunkka start, the Huskar start was really rough, and yet they're just two of the top 4 net worths, like pretty much all hand in hand. By the way, went for the 4-staff right after the BKB. Yep. Realizing that item is really important against Ancient Apparition.
I'm
with you on Force. Pike to me is just so expensive.
Yeah, if you want to go for the full Pike, that is a big investment.
They're going to move in. There won't be a mech being able to be used by Flying. Look at the Soulbind actually goes back onto him. They're going to throw out a double silence. They're just going to run away. Ravage will be up in 5 seconds. And Whisper, he does use his BKB, and these charges do matter. Like late games usually, at least we've got the BKB, but they're losing a few of them. Middle lane, they actually want to fight. Huskar has to leave the Roche pit. Here's going to be a bow coming. S4 really popped the Ravage. He doesn't want to commit it too soon. There's going to be a gush coming out. Chris Luck does have his BKB now. They're just going to try to run away. And it feels like EG's just baiting out a BKB from Whisper and then from Chris Luck.
They're doing a great job. They have a great read on how Infamous is trying to play this game. They know this is the power spike. They're looking to force an engagement, get kills, and go Roche. And EG, they're not making themselves scarce. They want to ensure Infamous is chasing them, but they have no intention of team fighting unless they overextend severely.
And they're also constantly putting a chin creep in the pit, so they always know whether or not Huskars are going to try to sneak it. It does go pretty fast. Magic resistance on Roche nowadays is only 50%, so the Burning Spears actually do tick it down pretty fast.
It's just so difficult to fight in the pit as Infamous against AA Tide.
Yeah, you can't. That's what I mean. That's why they're like, you just have to be careful at all times on EG that you need to be reacting to the Roche the second it starts, not any later. So like by having that chin creep, there's just no way that EG will not be in position. They do get a nice D ward mid as well. That's a double ward value. Yeah, I guess they accidentally placed.
The Ags on AA.
Oh my god, they actually missed the second ward, by the way. That's a big deal. Sorry, continue.
Ags AA, it doesn't increase the damage, but it means the Frostbite lasts 17 full seconds, so...
It's a lot.
If you hit that on the Huskar, he really just can't.
He has to just run away. Yeah. He's not there.
Your game is actually over, like for the 17-second period. Yeah, it's over.
But he is quite squishy.
Look at his damage on Stinger. Will we see a kick in an AA? He's throwing out the blast. Will it Kobe on over? It will, and that's an Aghanims. He is going down.
I feel like he could have dodged that.
Well,
he saw it on the Kunkka. Like you actually see the ball itself.
No, you don't.
No, like the actual ball, like not the first throw, but when the ball actually comes out, you do see it.
Whisper. Oh, he fakes out the Ravage, trying to bait out the BKB. Who's going to commit first? They're both just dancing on each other. You got to be careful. Arteezy, he does damage, but they know Schofield's here as well. Who else is coming down? It's going to be Hector. There's a full Solar Crest now on the Tidehunter, which is scary.
He's got to be really careful about toggling Radiance in these engagements.
Middle lane now. It's actually going to be Chris Luck. He's used his BKB. It's Fly as well as Crit plus Sumail trying to bring him down. Do they have detection? They sure do. AA Blast is going to fly and does it hit? Yep, it does, and he's going to probably go down here, especially if this roll hit doesn't. Dodges it.
The boat's fading off. He's going to die to his own boat buff.
And he will. He goes down. Sumail gets the kill. Now they're chasing after Schofield. There is a Shrine. Will he pop it? They do pop it, and there is no AA Blast, so Hector, he should have a pretty free time, but Schofield, guess what? He goes down, and Hector, he's all alone. He's like, wait a minute. Uh-oh, this ain't good. They do bring over the Grimstroke, but now Whisper's here. Nice double stun coming out. There's going to be the Inkswell as well. They put two of them together. There's going to be a Ravage. No BKBs left. There goes Hector. They need to get Whisper next. He pops his BKB finally after. Will they at least get crit? Whisper wants to. And Whisper, he's still going in. S4 almost goes down. But that feels like the first real bad fight for Infamous there.
You're seeing all the damage mitigation Kyle talked about with this armor.
Exactly. Pull the items real quick, Grant, because this is the key.
I'm going to bring this up. A lot of damage done here first. A lot of, and we've been talking about this actually. Gold change, not that big, but look at the experience. That was a full 6,000. Oh my goodness. Oh God, what am I doing? He died over here. He just got ran at. Yeah.
Can I just say?
I'd love to bring up the items for you now.
Can I say? We all got to hold our breath here. Sumail is at 999 kills right now.
Hold up. He has currently got the record for most kills at TI, and he would be the first player in history to hit 1,000 over the course of history.
One more kill. Get ready. You might need to turn the sound down because we might pop up if he gets.
And there's about a 20% chance Grant will miss it.
Yes. Oh, God. Focus, Grant.
No pressure.
Dude, what if it is just a Husker farming somewhere on the map? Sumail just snipes him like, oh, well, congratulations. And could.
I personally want to see it to be like a triple kill with one blast, you know?
That'd be great. Just
blast through it, you know?
All right. He does take the evasion. We've been seeing a few other lifestealers going for the open wounds talent now, but evasion.
Huskar does not want to buy MKB, Slardar does not want to buy MKB, and Konga does not want to buy MKB. So all three heroes are annoyed by this evasion.
You can feel that because Infamous wasn't able to get the fight they wanted. Like, look at the net worth all of a sudden. EG starting to pull ahead. And this is the danger of going second item BKB on 3 cores. If you can't use them, you all start to fall off, and it neuters your ability to take fights as the game continues, because look at EG's, they have so many stuns, so much AoE magic damage, 5-second BKBs. Like, how does Infamous commit? Like, you need a immediate fight victory, whereas EG, they just want to continue to drag out these engagements until they can counter-initiate.
And when are we just, who needs to make a move right now? I mean, neither team really needs to, but I mean, it feels like Radiant might want to get Roche occasionally. You just got to get a pickup into Roche. But look at this. I guess you can. You're versus a Ravage and 15 seconds plus that AA Blast, and they scan it out. They know it's happening. Can they stop it is the question. They're going to try.
Huskar is a hero. Like, can't really function without this Aegis at some point.
They're going to run in. He's going to throw out the open wounds. They're going to look for Chris Luck. He will bring himself back.
Hold on.
And neither team, they know. This fight's big. Yeah. You lose this fight, you lose Roche, and you lose everything. They're going to roll on forward. But Hector, he has his own 4-staff, makes it out of there.
But he's so low damage right now on this Huskar. Just like no phase, just the brown boots, and no real damage.
Oh, he hops in. He's going to jump in. Will they find Hector? They're going to try to. BKB won't happen yet. Here comes the A Blast flying in. It's not going to hit anyone. It does actually end up hitting Whisper. They're going to jump forward. Arteezy could be in a little bit of trouble. He's already used his ulti. There's going to be a Soulbind on the backside. They're just trying to throw out as much damage as they can. Arteezy wants to run away. Bo will hit onto multiple of them. Fly is taking a ton of damage. Arteezy might be the first one down. Not quite yet. Fly actually goes down. Now they jump forward. Nice Ravage coming out. Will it be enough? So Arteezy's still up. Sumail does get that 1,000 kill, but he gets a double as well. They roll on forward, and EG, they almost team wipe him. 2 buybacks from the Nyx and the Grimstroke.
And Sumail hits 1,000 kills in the history of TI. First player to do so. Congratulations to the young superstar. Not so young anymore, I suppose.
Dude, what a fight, though. It looked like Arteezy actually got interrupted. He couldn't get out his rage. He gets stunned in the middle of it, but then all these BKBs, and I want to give a shout out. S4, he's been so patient in this game, as you guys talked about. Like, this Ravage means so much. They're going to try to go, and they need to be careful. S4.
EG, they don't need Roche. They just need to make sure that they don't allow Infamous to get Roche. Because to your point, BSJ, if you want to win this game, you need Huskar to have an Aegis.
And we see the fight right here again.
And you actually see Tide was silenced by the Grimstroke's Phantom like until the very last moment. And you're talking about the problem with damage on the Huskar. And you see it here. He's amped and he's still hitting for barely any. But yeah, he's been silenced this whole time, gets stunned by the boat, and the silence doesn't get purged by Kraken Shell. So you're just sitting there, gets the Ravage off, right, like you said. very last moment. And that, like the Solar Crest Vlads, makes a difference there.
Yep.
Arteezy living on a sliver of health for the entire duration of that fight.
Dude, I didn't realize if you ulti on Huskar and you do get ravaged, like it just didn't hit. You just get stunned in midair. It doesn't even do the damage.
Yeah. The one thing I will say is, what was I thinking?
Well, I was going to mention, you have to be careful as Arteezy when you infest to initiate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because
That's
you could
your
see there,
escape.
he had preemptively carapaced, and there's no way as Lifestealer to like hop out, because the Radiance tick happens immediately, right?
It's
and
the
then,
infest tick that gets you.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The infest damage actually procs on Carapace,
Yeah.
so you take a ton of self-damage, and then all of a sudden, you're obviously stunned in the middle of the map.
Yeah, it's really annoying to play against Nyx. Even if you are infested in somebody, like even if you're playing right-click Lifestealer, because you have to be very careful, like you said. Like if you mess that up, and right there he kind of did mess it up, but his team was with him, behind him, like ready to back him up. So
You kind of want to turn Radiance off when you infest, but it's counterintuitive, right?
yes,
Why you buy?
it's really annoying, right? Like it's just not fun. But at the same time, you do scale way harder on Radiance Lifestealer than you do on the right-click. So that means that's like, with this item build that he's going, he is really their only late gamer. Like, Sumail's kind of like an anti-carry in this game. Like, he makes it really hard for the rest.
Scales so hard. Look at his talents.
But I'm saying he
love
doesn't
to.
carry the game. He, like, makes the other team not carry the game.
I want that level 20, the level 25.
Yeah.
Both of them are insane, but the AoE cold feet is like absolutely absurd.
Is it-
especially against all these melee.
Is it viable to go the Ice Blast kill threshold against a hero like Huskar?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
But I don't know, man.
The cold
they're
feet
both
is-
Cold
great.
feet's pretty
Yeah.
insane.
And
7-second cooldown,
Look
too.
at the W now gives plus 38% magic damage as well because of the talent
Yeah,
for
that's
it.
a lot.
It's a lot. That is indeed a lot.
Yeah, and when you have an Earth Spirit, you have Spirit Vessel, you've got Life Stealer, like tons of AoE magic damage.
So it is a 5K lead for EG. Chris Luck, we see him. He's going for that Daedalus. Huskar on the other side of things going for that Assault Kyrus now. Doesn't even finish it out. He just puts the Ogrex away. He's like, I'm not getting you. Sorry.
I will say, though, Huskar goes late game a lot better than I think people give him credit for. And especially, again, the level 25 talent, Burning Spear's pure damage. That's a
Ton of damage.
Holy crap. I think you've got to be a little cautious on EG. You've played great so far, but I want to see them steadily start to put a little more gas into this game, because just sitting back and farming, I'm not comfortable with that if I'm an EG fan. Cause
Do you just want to go whenever Ravage is up, kind of go, or?
I would just like to
something
see
else?
them like get aggressive on the map, like fight around objectives, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do now that they have the BKB on the Tidehunter. Because you are stronger, you will win a fight at this moment.
Quiz question for Kyle without looking. How many
Oh, nice
How
job
many
by Whisper.
auras does Infamous have amongst their 5 heroes?
I'm going to go with the 0.
They have
please.
literally 0 if you look at all their heroes.
Yeah.
And the difference maker, like they are building AC on the Huskar, but you have AC on the Lifestealer, you have Vlads, you have the mech in the Grieve. Is it the Grieve? No, it is the mech though. And you have the Spirit Vessel that's, even though it's not like an aura, it's like it makes it harder for somebody to play the game. There's so many more team items.
It's a huge advantage at this point.
Yeah.
Like just Vlad's AC is 14 armor shift
Yeah.
in a fight. Like that's insane. Not counting the Solar Crest or
The life
mech,
heal.
the Chen heal. Exactly. There's just so much innate sustain on this EG lineup
we
thanks
go.
to these builds.
I'm not a huge fan of the Slardar build, by the way. He went for the Echo Saber, which is like, you just have 3 carries now, which I don't like.
And here we go. There's going to be a big fight going on. Stinger's actually going to 4-step downhill. Crit. We'll see him. Roshan hasn't gone down quite yet. There is going to be a boat. He is going to pre-beast, though. They're going to jump forward. Oh, Arteezy does get in. Here comes the AA Blast. It's going to Whisper. He's going to go down immediately, blown up. And, I mean, you had to do something there, and they tried, but it looked like about half second too late.
Yeah. I've played a lot of Slardar in my life. AA is such an impossible matchup.
Do they have detection? Sure do. There's the dust. Ewell's into the air as well. He'll get frozen, and they're just going to right-click him on down. There's another roll. Right-click into it.
Huh, Yules doesn't purge cold feet, huh? That's interesting.
It was
'cause, like,
aggro
Manta
Yules.
does. Oh, it was an
Yeah,
aggro
it was-
Yules. Oh, okay. I was confused about that for a second.
And now this one is scary. It's funny, the gold lead actually went down from EG because they were farming the map, but you've got an Aegis, and Arteezy, he just doesn't care. He's like, I got the Aegis, I am God mode right now. Instantly hitting the tier 3.
And you just don't have damage on Infamous anymore to kill this Lifestealer. You got the evasion talent too, so
48 armor with the Solar Crest
Yeah.
on.
That's a lot.
50% evasion.
Chris Luck. He's trying now, they run forward, but Stinger has a 4-step.
You need a Huskar MKB, but he's just got, honestly, too many utility items. Like, when you have to go BKB and Force and Halberd, like, you don't hit that peak timing. It's near 35 minutes into the game. He's yet to finish a true damage item.
They were thinking, they're like, do we finish this? I guess. They'll run back in. That's a full set of racks down. You still have the Aegis as well on Lifesteal, who's getting close to level 25. What do we got? Anything big that could just like shift this game around right now? Slardars, you talked about, has to get the MKB even though it doesn't feel great. You just need damage.
Yeah, everyone needs MKB if you want to do damage on Infamous.
Another huge item coming out from Earthsphere when he gets it is the Lotus Orb against Slardar specifically. Like, it's just another armor item, and it's another item that makes it even harder to kill targets in general. Like, whoever you focus, they're going to be, like, they're going to remove the amp. You're not going to be able to use any direct target abilities on them. Like, it's just super annoying.
And I like what EG's doing here. They're going to kill tower, kill bottom shrine. I expect that maybe the next round of items they'll pick up, they can look to just go high ground once again. They are in an incredibly strong position.
Yeah, you talked about you didn't want to slow down. Guess what? They take one fight, and now they have a full racks. They just smoked up and did their thing.
I don't think Pro Dota works when you have 3 heroes building right-click damage. Like, that's what Infamous has. Like, you'd much rather have like mixed damage, like you have the Lifestealer plus AA, and then you have a bunch of auras.
I don't mind the. I just think you need somebody to be more selfless, right? Somebody's got to build the team items.
That's what I mean.
You have all this physical damage. You need a Vlad's. You need an AC, and obviously the Huskar has that, but he's the one I think you want to have itemizing for true right-click, and he's got the only team fight item they possess.
You have a Lifestealer versus Huskar.
Oh, he gets silenced, so he can't X himself back. There will be Eels in there. Here comes the A blast. It will end up hitting. S4 gets the kill, though. And now they're going to try to bring down this tower. There will be a buyback. This could be the last fight. Soulbind just going to go out. They force him over, trying to get him connected to S4, but he just stays here. He does not care. He is an Aegis. He doesn't mind dying. They're going to jump forward. Oh my goodness. Hector taking a lot of damage. He knows the Ice Blast isn't up quite yet, though. S4 just right-clicking Arteezy, though. Wants to kill Hector. Gets the Basher hit as well. Right-click after right-click. Here comes the Ravage. It does only end up hitting one, but it is on the Slardar. It's a pretty weak target. Hector still getting run down by Arteezy. Arteezy gets pushed back a little bit. Whisper now doing a ton of damage on the right side to Tidehunter, but they have so much armor. There goes Stinger. They're just all dying to the AoE damage you talked about. And there's the GG's called. And oh my goodness, a bloodbath near the end, and I mean a very active game nonetheless from both sides. We did see Infamous played the same game they've been playing, right? We're going to run around, and the Huskers just going to farm the jungle, get a lot. So why didn't it work this